Most gardeners think August is the finish line. They watch their tomatoes wind down, they let the soil sit empty, and they wait for spring to try again. But here's what nobody tells you. August is actually a secret starting line. While your neighbors are packing up their tools, the smartest gardeners are quietly planting a second harvest that will fill their kitchen right through fall and into early winter, all without spending a dime more than they already have. Today I'm handing you 17 crops that thrive when you plant them right now, in August, and by the end of this video you'll know exactly which ones fit your garden and why waiting even one more week could cost you weeks of free food. Welcome back to Earthly Gardening, the channel built for anyone who wants a garden that feeds them without draining their wallet. If this is your first time here, I'm glad you found us. We keep things simple, practical, and budget-friendly, no fancy equipment, no complicated methods, just real tips that work in a real backyard. And if you've been with us for a while, you already know how this goes. Grab something to drink, get comfortable, because we've got a lot of ground to cover. Before we dive in, if gardening on a budget is something you care about, tap that subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next. It genuinely helps this channel grow and it costs you nothing. Now let's get into it. Crop 1, Bush Beans. Let's start with something most people assume is only a summer crop. Bush beans actually love the cooling nights of August. They grow fast, sometimes ready in under 2 months, and they don't need staking like their pole cousins, which makes them one of the easiest crops on this entire list for someone who doesn't want to fuss with trellises or extra structures. Toss a handful of seeds in any open patch of soil, keep it watered, and you'll have crisp beans on your plate before the first frost even thinks about showing up. The trick most people miss is spacing them a little wider than the packet suggests. Give them room to breathe and they'll reward you with a bigger harvest than you expected. Another thing worth knowing is that bush beans actually improve the soil they grow in. Their roots pull nitrogen from the air and store it in the ground, which means whatever you plant in that same spot next season will get a little head start for free. If you've got limited space, this is one of those crops that quietly works in your favor long after harvest is done. Crop 2, Carrots. Carrots planted in August often taste sweeter than the ones grown in spring, and here's why. Cooler fall temperatures push the plant to store more sugar in its roots as a natural defense against the cold. So while everyone else is done with carrots for the season, you're about to grow the best batch of the year, and most people never even realize this window exists. Loosen your soil deep before planting, since compacted dirt is the main reason carrots come out twisted or stunted instead of long and straight. Keep the bed consistently moist for the first 2 weeks and thin the seedlings early so each root has space to fatten up properly. A lot of gardeners skip thinning because it feels wasteful to pull young sprouts, but overcrowded carrots end up small and misshapen, competing with each other for the same limited space. If your soil has rocks or clumps, consider growing a shorter variety instead of a long one, since it will have an easier time pushing through without bending or splitting. Crop 3, Beets. Beets are one of those crops that quietly do double duty. You get the root, and you get the greens, which taste a lot like spinach when sautéed with a little garlic and oil. Planting now means you're setting yourself up for a harvest in about 8 weeks, right when most gardens are winding down and shelves at the store start charging more for fresh produce. Cover the seeds lightly, since beets need light to germinate well, and water gently so you don't wash the seeds away before they have a chance to take root. If your summer soil feels tired, mix in some compost first. Beets are heavy feeders, and tired soil gives you small, disappointing roots instead of the fat, sweet ones you're after. One tip that changes everything is soaking beet seeds for a few hours before planting. Their outer shell is tough, and a quick soak speeds up germination significantly, sometimes cutting the wait time in half. Crop 4, Kale. Kale is basically built for this exact moment. It shrugs off light frost, and some gardeners swear it tastes even better after a cold snap hits it, because the plant converts starches into sugar to protect itself. That means your fall kale could genuinely taste sweeter and less bitter than anything you grew all summer, which is the opposite of what most people expect from a leafy green in cold weather. Plant it somewhere it'll get decent sun, water it consistently while it establishes, and you'll be harvesting leaves well into the colder months, sometimes even after a light snow. The best part is you don't need to pull the whole plant. Just snip outer leaves and let the center keep producing, and the plant will keep pushing new growth for weeks on end. Kale also happens to be one of the few crops that genuinely doesn't mind being neglected once it's established, which makes it a forgiving choice if your schedule gets busy toward the end of the season. Crop 5, Collard Greens. Collards are the quiet workhorse of the fall garden. They handle heat better than most greens, which makes them perfect for an August start when the soil is still warm from summer. As temperatures drop, the leaves become more tender and mellow, losing that slightly bitter edge they can have when grown in full summer heat. Give them rich soil and steady watering, and don't crowd them, since collards like to stretch out and grab as much space as you'll allow. Harvest from the bottom up, taking a few leaves at a time, and the plant will keep producing new growth for weeks, almost like it's rewarding patience rather than a one-time harvest. If you've never cooked with fresh collards before, they're far more tender than the tough bagged versions from the grocery store, especially once fall temperatures bring out their natural sweetness. Crop 6, Broccoli. Here's something that surprises a lot of new gardeners. Broccoli actually performs better in fall than in spring. The steady cool-down in temperature prevents the plant from bolting, which is when it rushes to flower early and ruins your harvest before the head even has a chance to form properly. Start seedlings now, or transplant small starts if you have them, and give the plant full sun along with consistent moisture, since broccoli is thirstier than people expect. Feed it once with compost or an organic fertilizer a few weeks in, right around the time you notice the plant putting out new leaves. By the time the heads form, the cool air will actually help them stay tight and flavorful instead of loose and bitter, which is usually what happens when broccoli struggles through summer heat. Crop 7, Cauliflower. Cauliflower has a reputation for being fussy, but fall is genuinely its favorite season to grow. It dislikes extreme heat, so an August start lines it up perfectly with the mild weather it prefers heading into autumn. The one thing that trips people up is not blanching the head, which just means covering the developing curd with its own outer leaves to keep it pale and tender instead of yellow and tough from too much sun exposure. Tie the leaves loosely over the top once you see the head start forming, and check on it every few days to make sure moisture isn't building up underneath and causing rot. Once you get the timing right, cauliflower becomes far less intimidating than its reputation suggests, and a lot of gardeners end up surprised at how manageable it is once fall weather does most of the work for them. Crop 8, Cabbage. Cabbage is one of the most forgiving crops you can plant this month, and it stores incredibly well once harvested, which means less waste and more meals stretched out over winter without needing a freezer or canning setup. Choose a spot with full sun and rich soil, and water deeply rather than frequently, since shallow watering leads to cracked heads that split open right before harvest. As the weather cools, cabbage actually firms up and sweetens, similar to what happens with kale and collards. If you've struggled with cabbage in the heat before, watching it bolt or turn bitter, this is the season where it finally clicks and starts behaving the way you always hoped it would. If you're finding these tips useful, take a second to like this video and drop a comment letting me know which crop on this list you're most excited to try. It genuinely helps this channel reach more gardeners like you, and I read every single comment that comes through. Alright, let's keep going, because we've still got some great ones left. Crop 9, Lettuce. Summer lettuce has a bad habit of turning bitter and bolting the moment temperatures spike past a certain point. August planting flips that problem completely, since your lettuce will mature right as the weather turns mild and stops stressing the plant. Choose a spot with a little afternoon shade if your region is still warm this time of year, and keep the soil consistently damp since lettuce roots are shallow and dry out fast compared to deeper-rooted crops. You can harvest outer leaves continuously instead of waiting for a full head, which means salad on your table in as little as 3 to 4 weeks. This method, sometimes called cut and come again, means one small planting can keep feeding you for well over a month. Crop 10, Spinach. Spinach practically thrives on being ignored during the heat of summer and comes alive once things cool off. It's fast, often ready in under 6 weeks, and incredibly low maintenance once it's in the ground. The biggest mistake people make is planting it too early while soil temperatures are still high, which causes poor germination and a patchy, disappointing bed. Wait until late August when the ground has started cooling, then sow seeds close together since spinach doesn't mind a little crowding and actually shades its own soil, helping retain moisture. Keep it moist and you'll be harvesting tender leaves well before the first real cold snap arrives, often enough for salads, smoothies, and cooked dishes throughout the fall. Crop 11, Swiss chard. Chard might be the most underrated crop on this entire list. It handles both mild frost and residual summer heat better than almost anything else you can plant, giving it a much longer harvest window than most greens available this time of year. While other leafy vegetables may slow down or struggle when temperatures fluctuate, chard keeps producing steadily, making it a reliable choice for gardeners who want fresh greens for weeks or even months. The colorful stems also make it one of the prettiest plants in a fall garden, which is a nice bonus if you like your beds to look as good as they taste. You can find varieties with bright red, yellow, pink, orange, or white stems, so they almost look more like ornamental plants than vegetables. Plant it in loose, well-draining soil and keep the moisture consistent, especially while the plants are getting established. Once the leaves are large enough to use, harvest the outer leaves first rather than pulling up the entire plant. This allows the center to keep producing fresh growth. With regular harvesting, a single planting can continue providing greens for months, sometimes lasting well into the following spring if your winters stay mild. Crop 12, radishes. If you want something fast and almost impossible to mess up, radishes are your answer. Some varieties are ready in under a month, making them perfect for gardeners who want quick wins alongside their longer season crops that take much more patience. They also work well tucked between rows of slower growing plants, since they're harvested and gone before those neighbors need the extra space to spread out. Keep the soil consistently moist, because dry spells cause radishes to turn woody and sharp instead of crisp and mild, which is the difference between a radish you enjoy and one you end up tossing. Crop 13, turnips. Turnips are a 2-for-1 crop just like beets, giving you both a root and edible greens from a single planting, which makes them one of the more efficient choices on this list. They handle cool weather exceptionally well, and a light frost actually improves their flavor by mellowing out any sharpness that builds up during warmer growth. Plant them in loose, well-drained soil and thin seedlings early so the roots have room to develop fully without competing for space underground. Within about 6 to 8 weeks you'll have a harvest that works just as well roasted as it does thrown into a warm soup on a cold evening. Crop 14, green onions. Green onions are about as low effort as vegetables get, and August is a perfect time to start a fresh batch that can carry you well into fall. They don't need deep soil, they tolerate cooler temperatures without much trouble, and they grow quickly enough that you won't be waiting forever to see results. You can even plant them in containers if you're short on garden space. One of the best things about green onions is that you don't have to harvest the entire crop at once. Once the stalks are a few inches tall, you can snip what you need and leave the rest growing. Keep them in a sunny spot, give them consistent moisture, and they'll continue producing fresh green growth for weeks. It's a simple crop that takes very little effort while giving you a steady supply to add to salads, soups, stir-fries, and other meals, potentially saving you several trips to the grocery store. Crop 15, fall peas. Most people only think of peas as a spring crop, but a fall planting often outperforms it in ways that surprise even experienced gardeners. Cooler nights slow down the stress that usually causes peas to stop producing early in warmer months, which means a longer, more reliable harvest window overall. Give them something to climb, whether that's a simple trellis or even string tied between stakes, and keep the soil moist while they germinate, since dry soil is the most common reason for a weak start. Within a couple months you'll have sweet, crisp pods that taste noticeably better than the ones grown in spring heat, with a natural sweetness that cool weather tends to bring out. Crop 16, arugula. Arugula grows fast and turns peppery when stressed by heat, which is exactly why an August planting works so well in its favor. As temperatures ease, the leaves stay milder and more tender, giving you a better flavor than what you'd get from a summer batch that's been baking under the sun. It's ready in as little as 3 weeks, making it one of the quickest payoffs on this entire list for anyone who wants fast results. Scatter the seeds, keep the bed moist, and harvest young leaves continuously for the best texture and taste, cutting back stronger and more mature leaves for cooking instead of eating raw. Crop 17, Bok Choy. We're closing out with bok choy, a crop that genuinely prefers cooler weather over the heat of summer, making it a natural fit for this time of year. Planted now, it avoids the bolting issues that plague it in warmer months and grows into tender, crisp heads perfect for quick stir-fries or light soups. Give it rich soil, consistent moisture, and a bit of space between plants so air can circulate properly and reduce the risk of rot. In about 6 weeks you'll have a harvest that proves fall gardening can be just as rewarding as anything you grew in spring, if not more so, given how little effort bok choy demands once it settles in. And that's all 17 crops that are ready and waiting for you to plant them this August. If this video helped you see your garden differently, hit that like button, drop a comment with the crop you're planting first, and subscribe if you haven't already, so you never miss what's growing next here at Earthly Gardening. Thanks for spending this time with me, and I'll see you in the next one.